A jet is falling out of the sky. Both engines gone. 8 people on board screaming. And below them, a billionaire's 5,000-acre farm. But what the billionaire does next will shock you. Because he isn't grabbing a phone. He's grabbing a radio. And in the next few minutes, he will attempt something no billionaire has ever tried. Talk down a dying jet from the ground. This is the unbelievable story. Welcome to the channel. The Learjet is cruising at 6,000 feet when the cockpit explodes with warning alarms. Mayday! Mayday! Dual engine failure! We're losing power! Both engines are dead. The jet is gliding, but a Learjet glides like a stone. They have less than 3 minutes. The nearest airport? 15 miles away. Impossible. But then, a voice cuts through the radio. Not the tower, not another pilot, not emergency services. A billionaire. Miles below, billionaire Richard Callaway is in his private workshop listening to aircraft radio chatter, a weird hobby he developed after buying his farmland empire. Suddenly, Mayday! Mayday! Learjet 45, both engines out. He runs outside, looks up, and there it is. A jet, gliding with no sound, no thrust, about to fall out of the sky and crash somewhere on his massive property. He grabs his private airband radio. His hands are shaking. Learjet 723 Bravo, I can see you. You won't make the airport, but I have a field and I can guide you if you'll trust me. Silence. Then, Sir, who are you? Callaway takes a breath. Someone who doesn't want to watch you die. The pilot, Captain Fletcher, looks at his altitude. 5,000 feet, 4,500 feet, dropping fast. He has no runway, but he has no options. Ground observer, I'm listening. The billionaire swallows hard. He doesn't tell the pilot he's never done this before. He doesn't say that the field he's suggesting is rough, uneven, and filled with corn stubble. He simply says, turn to heading 270. Line up with my field. This is the moment where millions of people would freeze. But Callaway begins speaking like a calm instructor. You'll see a large rectangular field. That's your runway. Fletcher turns the aircraft. Passengers are crying. One is praying. One is filming, thinking these are their final moments. 4,000 feet. The jet is dropping at 2,000 feet per minute. 2 minutes left. Callaway keeps talking. Airspeed? 145 knots. Bring it down to 120. Keep your nose steady. Trust me. Callaway warns him, you must clear the tree line by 50 feet and avoid the power lines to your left. From the cockpit, Jesus, yes, I see them. Stay north of the lines. Wind is 8 knots from the southwest. The pilot can't understand. How do you know the wind speed? Because I'm standing in it. 1,500 feet. Fletcher lowers the landing gear. No going back, no go around. It's now or never. Callaway's voice never shakes. When you cross my tree line, flare hard, let the stubble slow you. 500 feet, 200 feet, 50 feet. Flare! The jet slams into the field. Boom! The ground explodes with dust and broken corn stalks. The jet bounces once, twice. Passengers scream. The nose tilts. The jet fights physics. Callaway yells, brakes! Full brakes! The jet plows through the field. 80 knots, 60 knots, 40 knots. Then, a sickening metallic crack. The nose gear collapses. The jet digs into the dirt, sending a tidal wave of soil forward. It skids sideways, and stops. 300 feet from the trees. Silence. The cabin door opens. Everyone walks out. Every single one. The billionaire walks up, shaking, dust covering his boots. The pilot looks at him like he's seeing a ghost. You talked us down. The billionaire simply says, I wasn't letting anyone die on my land today. Then the passengers learn something that shocks them even more. The billionaire isn't a trained air controller. He's never guided a jet. He had no certification. He had simply listened to enough planes, studied enough manuals, watched enough landings, and he refused to stay silent. One of the passengers is a heart transplant surgeon on an emergency mission. A 16-year-old girl is waiting in Denver, hours from death. Because of this landing, she survives. Her surgery succeeds. Later, she sends the billionaire a handwritten note. "Thank you for saving my doctor so she could save me." Newspapers called it a miracle. The FAA called it one of the most unlikely successful landings in aviation history. But the billionaire? He called it just doing what I could with what I had when nobody else could. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe for more unbelievable true life tales, and click the video on your screen. You don't want to miss it.